happy 2025. Hi, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Mayra, and if you're a returning viewer, hi, welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my vision board for 2025, as well as what my goals are for this year. My goals kind of go hand in hand with my vision board, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a picture of my vision board so you can see it in full effect. And my first goal is I want to go ahead and keep being consistent on YouTube. I want to try to stick to 3 videos a week for the entire year. So you're going to have to keep me accountable for that. And honestly, I also want to improve on my editing. Like, obviously, I feel like my editing's already gotten a little bit better since I started. But I want to, try to learn how to do that like fancy schmancy editing that I see everybody doing, because it just makes videos so much more fun, and it also makes editing a lot more fun. So I'm wanting to learn how to edit my videos better. I kind of want to improve the quality of my content because you deserve that. But also, I want to be proud of the stuff that I put out there. And then next is makeup. So with that, I honestly really want to do my makeup more often. That was actually on my vision board last year as well. And I do think I did a better job of doing more of my makeup last year than I did the year before that, which is when I was pregnant and had my daughter, which I had zero energy for. So I definitely did a good job last year, but I want to do even better this year, because I'm a strong believer that when you look good, you feel good. And especially if that's true for me, because, it's really easy for me to not get ready because I get caught up in being a mom, cleaning up around here and doing a bunch of things that I totally forget, to get ready. So usually I only get ready when I'm filming, and even then sometimes I don't. So I really want to make it a habit for me to, put makeup on, not necessarily every day, but just more often than not. But I also want to use up products this year. Like, this is the year where I am actually going and finishing products and doing empties videos, because I have so much makeup. So I need to use up more of my makeup collection, because I really want to downsize it without necessarily throwing away too much. So I really want to use up my makeup products, and I am not going to be buying anything unless I absolutely finish everything in that category. So for example, if I run out of a concealer, but I have 2 other concealers, I'm not going to buy a concealer until I finish all of those. Then I can repurchase a concealer. So the third one is music. So I really want to take up and learn the ukulele. So I'm a pretty quick learner, I would say. I had a ukulele back when I was a teen. I didn't really learn a lot, but I kind of did it for fun, but I just didn't have really the space or the creativity for it at the time. So I have a ukulele now, and I mean, I can learn a song, but I would kind of just learn the song itself, not really like the chords and other things. So I really want to learn, and my daughter really likes it. So I want to do that, but I also want to just become more comfortable singing loud. It's really hard for me to sing in front of my husband even, so yeah. Then I also have hair. So if you don't know, I recently cut my hair. I mean, right now I did heatless curls last night, and it doesn't look bad. My bangs are kind of still trying to figure themselves out, but I think it's just because they're really short. So as they grow, it'll be a little bit easier. This year, I really want to embrace my natural curly hair, especially because my daughter has curly hair. So I want her to know that her hair is beautiful. And yeah, so if you want curly hair content, that's going to be coming your way this year. Next is the thrift store. So I definitely want to thrift more often. So when I'm looking for a specific thing, I want to try to find it at the thrift store rather than, going to, Target or something to get it. Then I also have books. So this was also on my vision board last year, and I want to read more. I love reading. I've always loved reading. I'm more of like a romance, young adult, fantasy kind of, reader. So last year I didn't really read. I mean, I read in December. I read 7 books in December, and that's all the books that I read all year. But you know what? 7 is better than 0. So technically I still completed it last year, because I still read more books than I did the previous year, which was 0. So that counts, But this year I definitely want to just read more. I'm not going to set a goal for how many books I want to read, because that just, to me, just it's sucking the fun out of it for me. You know, I want to just read more. That's it. And then I do also have a little like hand with a little like plant heart coming out of it. So that stands for two things. Oh, for one thing, that's kind of like growth. So I just want to grow as a person, and I also want to be kinder to other people, kinder to myself, more importantly to myself, because I feel like I'm my own harshest critic. And I know there's a lot of things that I myself can improve on, but I think I need to be nicer to myself. And then I also have camping. So I've never been camping. I want to go camping. And hopefully that'll happen this year. I had that on my vision board last year, but that didn't happen. So maybe this year. Then I have a little sewing machine. So I want to sew more this year. Last year, I didn't sew anything. I think the only thing I did was I made my sleeves for my wedding dress, like for the church ceremony. But that was it. Then I also have a little bucket with money that says future on it. So, like I said, I want to save this year. I don't want to spend so much money, which now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, it's a little harder to spend money because I don't have money of my own. And then I have little hearts. So those are just decoration. But under that, I have plants. So in the picture themselves, they're kind of more succulents. But I want to be a plant mom. So I used to have plants a few years ago, but there was a squirrel that had beef with me in our backyard because there was this long, tall tree that led right into our patio. And so it would climb up there and then hop into our... Oh, my battery's dying. Why does it always happen? So like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. A squirrel and I had beef. So now that the tree isn't there, I might be able to get away with having a few plants. And then after that, I have family. So I just really want to prioritize my family. I had this on my vision board last year, and I mean, I became a stay-at-home mom, so I guess that was me prioritizing my family. But this year, I'm talking more about like my extended family, so like, well, my immediate family, I guess. I don't know. My parents and my siblings, spend more time with them, do more things with them, and then good health. I mean, who doesn't want good health, right? But I really, really want to make sure that I have, I'm healthy because, I have a child that depends on me, which I typically have, but you can never, ask for too much, right? And then I also have a little planner. So I want to be a lot more organized and, with my time and the things that I do. So honestly, one thing that really helped me with Vlogmas, I think really the main reason I was able to successfully complete it was because I used a planner. Honestly, it really helps me out. I love planners and just writing down everything that I need to do. When I need to film, when I need to edit, but also making sure that I write things down, like reading, just to remind myself to take some time for myself. And then after that, I also have a little working out kind of image. So I had this exact image on my vision board last year, which I did not work out a single time. So this year, I want to, focus a lot more on my physical health as well. I haven't in a while, and I think it's time that I do. Actually thinking of taking up running. Not like actually running outside, because I have my child, but of going to like our apartment's gym. They have treadmills and stuff. So maybe starting off by doing like, half miles, breaking up to a mile, maybe, lifting some weights. Nothing too crazy, but just being more active than, now. And then I have a little map. So I want to, kind of go on more adventures this year. So my husband and I tend to be more like homebodies. But I really, really want to, explore new places and just go see things, I want to try to get out of the house more. I know it's a little hard right now with it being cold and with our daughter being so young, but as she gets older, it's just going to become easier and easier, and she loves the outdoors. So maybe, going on hikes or different things like that would be so much fun. And then I have a little cooking image. It's a little crazy, but pretty much I want to kind of venture out more, maybe try new recipes this year, with cooking. And then I also have patience on there. So with being a parent, I definitely am always every morning asking for more patience, because there's easier days and harder days. And then lastly, I have, you know, clothes. So not necessarily I don't want to buy more clothes, because I don't need to, so I'm not gonna buy clothes like that. I want to wear more of what I have, you know, wear cuter clothes, you know, instead of just kind of being in sweatpants and a t-shirt all the time, which there's gonna be days where I'm like that, honestly. But I want to try to wear more of my clothes, be a little bit more fashionable, take more pictures, you know, kind of outfit inspo. And then lastly, I have kind of some vines of greenery. So I just want to surround myself with greenery, plants, fake, real, doesn't matter. I already kind of put up a little bit more, you know, like plant decor. So it's a good step so far. But that is everything for my vision board. You know, I encourage you to make a vision board, you know, whether that's on paper with like magazines or, you know, digitally. Personally, I like to use a digital one because it's so much easier for me. I had seen Edith Cuevas do, you know, a vision board last year, and that's kind of what inspired me to do it last year. And so this year I want to do it again. And one tip that I really loved about her was that she added as her like wallpaper. So I didn't add it on my phone, but I put it on my computer because that's where I edit. So since, you know, I'm going to be using I use my computer quite often, even though I'm not really paying attention to my vision board, like, you know, I guess consciously, but subconsciously it's there and I'm exposing my brain to it. So that's also reminding me to do things, you know? Hope that makes sense. But yeah, I definitely, you know, encourage you to create a vision board because you'll be surprised at the kinds of things that you might accomplish or you're manifesting by doing it. That is it for my first video of 2025. I cannot believe that. Please let me know what are some of your goals for 2025 in the comments below. I'd love to know. Yeah, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you.